Does he one game down, draw against Warwickshire and 12 points? What are your thoughts on how the trip to Edgbaston went?
Obviously the weather did play a part in our fixture in Birmingham. We knew we were coming up against a very good side, a side that probably has just been relegated from Division 1, so had a bit of a point to prove. But I felt that we more than matched them up there. We came away with quite a few bonus points there, 4 batting points, the full quota of bowling points, and obviously with the draw. So I was very pleased with how we went about it. We had some great individual performances, but I thought overall it was just a wonderful team effort, and I thought the attitude throughout the whole match, when we were on and off for rain, didn't know whether we were going to play, the lads were absolutely fantastic. Focusing
on some of those individual performances, we'll start with David Visa and his 4th in the first innings and his 100 in our first innings. It was a real statement of intent from the all-rounder.
Yeah, I thought Dave bowled very well throughout the match. He actually got better and better as the game went on. He was keeping the stumps in play, he was making the batsmen play off the front foot, and with that movement he gets away from the right-handers, and I thought he was absolutely fantastic. And then obviously with the bat, wow, he just went out there, 91 ball 100. I mean, that's just absolutely brilliant. Fantastic partnership with the skipper Ben Brown. Look, his intent, just went out there and reacted to the ball. He kept things nice and simple. It was absolutely fantastic.
And he seemed to play with a freedom that perhaps Sussex fans didn't see last season. Is that the product of a conversation you've had with him?
No, nothing specific. I just encourage all our batters to play their game and trust their game, trust the preparation, just go out there and play. And I think he certainly showed his intent. I think early on he played a reverse sweep, and the lads were all saying, "Well, we haven't seen Dave play a reverse sweep ever." So that probably shows his headspace is very good. He's got a clear mind, and he's just reacting to the ball, which is great.
And you've talked about quite a lot about the squad playing with smiles on their faces, and I don't suppose there's really a better example of that than that innings.
Oh, without a doubt, and you saw his reaction when he brought up his 3 figures. It meant a lot to Dave, and chatting to him afterwards, it was almost a bit of a relief. And I think what you were talking about before, he felt he probably didn't quite show what he was capable of last year in his first season at Sussex, and sort of wanted to prove to people that the fine player that he is, and look, he certainly did that the other day.
Talking of players playing with freedom and confidence, belief, Michael Burgess, another player that played that way with his 48 in our innings. How impressed were you with the way he and then Ben Brown batted together as a partnership in a tricky position?
Yeah, certainly. I thought Burge played very well. He's an aggressive player, and we certainly don't want to curtail that. As I said, we just want lads to react to the ball, to trust their preparation, and just go out there and play with that intent. And Burge certainly did that. He probably, let's be honest, he probably left a few out there. But certainly, wouldn't begrudge him. The delivery he got, 99% of the time he's going to put that away for 4. Unfortunately, he nicked that one. So very similar dismissal to Stiaan van Zyl. You back these guys to whack those for 4. So no issue there. It's just that I was really pleased with their intent.
Is that the same philosophy you have to the way Phil Salt played? It was a really encouraging, positive start.
Yeah, Phil got 29 and looked fantastic, and he's in a good place right now, Phil, with his batting. I thought he got into really good positions early, and put pressure on the bowlers, and I thought he was fantastic. Unfortunately he got out. He probably looked to play that one a little bit squarer. Probably felt it was more leg side than it was. It did shape away from it last minute, but his intent was very good, and certainly look forward to seeing him continue to play in that positive way.
And a proper captain's knock from Ben Brown. That was a real leading from the front.
Certainly was. I was very impressed with Brownie, the way he adapted to the situation and the conditions, and there were periods where Warwickshire bowled extremely well at him, and he had to get through those tough periods, and then he capitalised when they didn't get it right, and that was a real feature of his innings, was his ability to put the bad ball away when it was presented.
We discussed David Visa's bowling. Ishant on debut, he was very impressive, bowling with pace and commitment.
Wow, it was great, wasn't it? To have an overseas player, show commitment, desire, and want to actually bowl. lots of balls. Is, you know, I mean, he made his statement of intent when he first came here. You know, he got off the plane the next day. He bowled for the best part of 2 hours. This is a guy who's played, you know, over 80 Test matches for his country. Has played all over the world. You know, and it's an exciting time for him. It's an exciting time for us at Sussex County Cricket Club. You know, we've got this vastly experienced cricketer, you know, who's desperate to play well and perform for the county. Couldn't ask for a better attitude, you know, from an overseas professional, and he's gotten better as, you know, every innings he's bowled, every spell he's bowled so far for Sussex, he's got better. He's learning the lines to bowl, the lengths to bowl with the Duke cricket ball. I think he's got a bit giddy with excitement how much the Duke's swinging at the moment, which is great. So, you know, he's really excited about it. We're all excited for him. I know the captain is delighted, you know, with Ishan's attitude and how he's going about it, and he's bowling really well. And look, we're hopeful he's going to cause a few more problems, you know, in the time he's with us.
And then looking ahead to the trip to Leicester, based on what we saw at Edgbaston, pretty confident group going into that match. Yeah, look,
all we can do is control what we can, and you know, we've been preparing well. You know, we'll have our team meeting today, have a bit of a chat about our opposition, Leicester. We know they're going to come out pretty hard. They've had some changes on and off the field, so they're going to be a strong team. You know, we know they've got some fine players, and they're going to have a real buzz and excitement about them, and it's their first championship match of the season, so they're going to be buzzing around, they're going to be excited, so we have to respect that and know that it's going to be a hard graft for us, but we need to make sure that we just stay nice and focused on what we do well and continue to chip away and play the long game. 4 days, you know, a lot can happen. We just need to make sure that we're staying in the moment and controlling everything that we can.
Well, very best of luck to see.
Yeah, cool, mate, thanks.